Hello everyone, today I'm testing a game called Dying Light. It's the latest zombie game from Techland, the makers of Dead Island franchise. They've said that this is the game they wanted Dead Island to be, and I've been playing this for about, let's say, 3 hours around now, and I thought I'd do a first impressions type of video on it. The zombie game market is a bit oversaturated at this point, and I hope this would be a fresh addition to the series. The gameplay is mostly, well, the gameplay is first person, as you can see. Uh, it has an heavy emphasis on parkour, strong zombies, very strong zombies, well, very strong, slow and strong zombies uh, that are a threat only if you get surrounded by them, and of course the special zombies, which are mostly boss types. What you're doing here is that you're a type of a special agent that is sent to an infected city to collect data and valuable assets. And this is when I've been playing for about half an hour, completed my tutorial, and into prologue series. And the parkour it feels fluent. It's not, well, hard at all. You can easily pick out routes in the scenery. But what I actually surprised me is that the combat in this, the melee, feels pretty solid. When you hit a zombie, it feels the response is very tactile. You feel like you're hitting something, you're just not swinging air and doing -1 points. You feel that you get some response. The weapons are different types. Well, tubes, some guns. You shouldn't use guns, but since they bring out noise. Uh, well, pipes, knives, stuff like that. And you can craft them by well, scavenging parts, buying weapons. When you scavenge parts, and if you have blueprints, you can create new weapons. So the scavenging is, well, it's a bit of a big part of the game. And here you can see I've collected some blueprints. You get them by collecting them on the field, or you can get them by doing quests and missions. So as of this point, the game itself is very pretty. The mechanics are pretty good. It's not boring by any means. You feel like you're in a constant thread and running across a lava field on the rooftop so that you don't get down on the ground. But performance of the game is the biggest issue right now. I have an i5 2500K overclocked, and I have a 290X Radeon card, which is not reference cooled, and they still the performance is around 20 frames per second to 40 frames per second, which is too low for a title like this. I would expect at least 60, even though the game's pretty, since alphas like Star Citizen run at 60 frames per second, and it's unoptimized as hell. One of the big reasons I chose to buy this game and to test it out is that the developers have promised to add at some point the Oculus Rift support. I've been using Oculus Rift DK1 and DK2. I bought the original DK1 and then got the DK2 update, basically. And one of the key things when you run a game in DK2 at this moment is that you need to have it at 75 frames per second. Lower than 60 frames per second causes flickering, a type of flickering, motion blur, noticeable latency issues. And with a game like this, when you change perspective fast, you move fast, you run, you jump, you go and you hit you hit in a melee type of fashion. You need to have you really need to have at least the frame rate high enough to manage the game. Otherwise you'll puke your guts out in the first 2 minutes. Uh, but since I think actually it might be a good title for the experienced VR users, uh, since you get this feeling of vertigo even playing on a screen, looking at down. Well, not in here, but in higher places. Vertigo is a nice thing, and also running in this game during the night when you can hear the sounds of zombies is pretty exhilarating, and should be pretty cool in Rift. But as of this moment, should you buy the game for VR? No, it's not implemented. Someone has hacked in the support, but with no positional tracking and with the performance it is now, it's not a VR title yet, at least. If you play on a traditional monitor, if you get annoyed by slow frame rates, don't get it. But if you can look past the poor performance, the mechanics are pretty good. Combat is something I really liked. I liked smacking down on zombies. It's a nice hobby to have, but I think you should wait a bit, at least until the first performance update. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't do this often, but I hope you see you in the next video. Enjoying the first boss right around now. See you later. Bye.